Hey, it's the Sportz Nuts.
Bang, bang.
Let's get it. What is good, my beautiful people? Welcome to the Sportz Nutz episode number 25. How is everybody doing today? We are so happy to have you with us. We have a very, very special guest. He is actually just logging in now. But before we do it, I got to give my special shout outs to my guys. JD, what is going on, brother? How you been?
Hey, man, good, great weekend. I've been excited about this for the very first moment we talked about it. You know, we've heard Jake Crain here on our radio station before, Brandon. That's how you and I met. It's a beautiful thing that we've all been able to come together, and this is a dream of mine to have this next guest that we have coming up. Man, hey, we've got them waiting on stage. We got Springs and Jake both now waiting on stage. Let's dive into this. Welcome to the Sportz Nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rock and roll.
That's right. Shane, what's good, brother? How you been, man?
Hey, man, doing good, man. MLB All-Star game tonight, so I'm pumped for that. Hey, especially our special guest tonight, man. Other than that, man, I'm ready to get up there and see y'all Friday.
That's right. Springs, welcome, man. How was your day at work?
Oh, man, same old, man. Just happy to get through it and be on right now with you guys.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the man, the myth, the legend. JD and I are fanboys, by the way, of this dude. He is elite, Mr. Jake Crain himself. Woo! Jake Crain, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm loving the energy right now. I need to, tell everybody out there, again, I appreciate the opportunity to come on. And yeah, man, it's a fun time out here at Dallas at SEC Media Days and just working the floor. I got to talk to Jackson Dart, Carson Beck, a bunch of guys, man. So it's a fun time and just happy to be here with y'all.
Talk about jealousy, man. He is getting to be at SEC Media Week. He's getting to be in Dallas, Texas. Hey, Jake, I got to let you know, I have a bunch of family who is about to start watching. They are University of South Alabama fans. Go Jags.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want to give that a little shout out. Hey, I got a lot of family chiming in. So I want to dive right into this. I want to know what is the biggest headline you've seen so far at Media Week, at SEC Media Week?
Well, I mean, off the rip, obviously Texas and Oklahoma joining the conference. I mean, I'm sitting here, I got Dallas outside my window. That's huge news. Nick Saban not being the head coach at Alabama anymore is huge news. I mean, all the changes we're having in college sports is huge news. But one, I don't think enough people are talking about is, at least from the Southeastern Conference standpoint, I think there's more parity at the top. And there's more teams that actually have a chance to win the conference this season than, man, since I can remember. I mean, you look at Georgia, you look at Alabama, you look at Texas, you look at Ole Miss, you look at Missouri. Tennessee's interesting. There's always a sneaky team. I mean, there's as many as 6 teams, I think, that legitimately could win the SEC. And, in the past, it seems like there's been about 1.5, whether that full one was Alabama or Georgia. You pick the year and I'll tell you the team. So I think it's going to make for great conference play. I think there's going to be a lot of carnage, but I mean, there's so many big headlines and so many changes now, man. It's like just putting your hand in the barrel and picking one out.
Absolutely. It's like, what is it? Put your name in a hat, right? JD and I were just talking about this actually. JD, you have a question. Go ahead, my friend. You're muted, by the way. JD, unmute your mic. Maybe. There you go.
My bad. Yeah. Sorry, I'm here. Jake, we don't have very long with you here, so I'm going to kind of do 2 questions with you real quick. We'll go rapid fire. One team that I am really choosing is Ole Miss in the SEC.
Yeah.
I think the communications with the head coach and the quarterback and the helmet, I think that's going to be – I mean, you saw Jackson Dart's face when they asked him about it the other day. So Ole Miss one time for me. And then how about my Gamecocks? ESPN predicted them at 61% to get to 6 games. I just don't see it. I think Kentucky week 2 is a make or break game. So if you could just touch on those 2 programs real quick, man, we'll go right to the college football part of it.
Yeah, well, look, with Ole Miss, it's fascinating because they've had years where they've had high expectations, but I think the sky high expectations this year is it's actually founded in truth and in reality and facts, because Ole Miss hasn't had this complete of a team in a while. I mean, if you look Ole Miss in the past, they've been a one trick pony and it's been on offense. They want to get in a track meet and they just hope they score one more point than you in a high scoring game. Well, now when you look at, even last year, I don't think people realize how good Ole Miss was on defense. They were number one in the conference in turnover margin. They were top 3 in the conference in backfield disruption rate, which is an incredibly important stat in the pass game and the run game. And they've only added more pieces to that defensive line and that front seven. So I always say on Crain and Company, the teams that win the most can win the most ways. So I think Ole Miss is as complete as they've been. The only worry I have about Ole Miss, because if you look at the schedule, I mean, the schedule sets up better than a Golden Corral for Sherman Klump. But if you look at Ole Miss, can you handle those sky high expectations when you're actually the hunted and you're not the hunter? You're not the underdog. You're actually the big dog walking in each week outside of pretty much Georgia when you look at their schedule. So, man, I'm as high on Ole Miss as anybody. And, we don't make predictions till after fall camp. I need to know who wins what job, who gets hurt, and who gets arrested. But I think there's a decent chance we may have Ole Miss play Georgia twice this year.
Ooh, I like that. I like hearing that, actually.
Yeah, and the second part, South Carolina. JD, look, I'm as big of a Shane Beamer fan as anybody. I talk to him a decent amount. I've got a lot of respect for him, and I'm rooting for him because I know what type of man he is. I know what type of leader he is. I love Lenore Sellers. I think his future is about as bright as anybody's at that position when you look at the combination of size, his nuance as a passer, and his IQ. And Nicholas Harbor, I mean, he's straight out of the Avengers, but they're still not good up front, or at least they haven't shown the ability to be good up front. And until you show me you have that ability on the offensive line and the defensive line, it's hard for me to believe in you when you play in this league and with this schedule. And one of your out-of-conference games just so happens to be Clemson. Now, when you look at South Carolina and kind of the dichotomy of their schedule, I think you're exactly right. That week 2 game, I believe it's on the road at Kentucky. That is one that is either going to catapult them into maybe having a better year than what people think, or it's just going to verify what a lot of us think. And to all the South Carolina fans out there who are like, well, wait a minute, we got Lenore Sellers and we got Nicholas Harbor. Well, you had Spencer Rattler and Xavier Legette last year. Asking Lenore Sellers and Nicholas Harbor to be as good as Spencer Rattler or Xavier Legette with that type of protection up front, I mean, that's a losing hand. And it's not just protecting the passer when he throws. The run game is a form of protection for the quarterback because it takes away tendencies. It slows defenses down, and it opens up the play action. So I think it's going to be tough for South Carolina to get to 6, but I would love to be wrong.
That's kind of like the consensus. Everybody wants that wrong, They want to see the possibilities that are there with Lenore says. JD and I talked about this so many times about, you got to incite that fear. I played football. I was really good at what I did when I played, and unfortunately I blew my ACL and MCL. I don't have that, I never had that opportunity to advance my career in football. But, Lenore Sellers, we've seen that type of player. Shane has a jersey sitting right behind him of the last one we saw of a type of Lenore Sellers player, and Michael Vick. Shane, you wanted to chime in on this, and go right ahead.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. And as we've seen, there's a lot of talk on the new members and some of the founding members of the SEC. Kind of right on the precipice of making some major noise across the college football landscape. I kind of want to go 1-2 with you, like JD. Hey, what are some of the kind of murmurs that you've heard that not really everybody's paying attention to while you're down there at media days? And as Brandon mentioned, hey, the jerseys behind me, man. What are you thinking on the ACC? What's kind of the outlook? I know we've talked about the realignment and everything, but what's kind of the outlook on the season that we might have this year?
Well, the ACC to me is fascinating. And to be honest with you, one team I don't think enough people are talking about when you're talking about conference realignment is SMU. When you look at what they return and you look at their schedule, I think there's a legit chance that Rhett Lash and them could go 9-3 and maybe either spoil somebody's season at the top, whether that's FSU or that's Clemson or that's Miami, or actually make their way to the ACC championship game. Starting with Florida State, and I love DJU as a person. I think he's a great leader. But I think he's Joe Milton that runs a little bit better and has a little bit of a weaker arm. And until you can make the routine passes routine, it's hard for me to sit here and think that this offense isn't going to skip a beat. The biggest question for Florida State, and we're going to know week 1 over in Ireland. And notice I said week 1, not week 0, because there is no such thing as week 0. It drives me nuts. But if Florida State gets down and they don't have the ability to throw the ball, it's really tough to come back with the new clock rules in college football, where the clock doesn't stop after a first down unless there's 2 minutes or under to go in the half, or 2 minutes to end the game in the fourth quarter. And they don't have the weapons on the outside, or at least the depth of the weapons, like a Johnny Wilson, who is basically a giraffe on roller skates out there who could stay on his feet, and Keon Coleman, obviously, and Jaheim Bell at tight end. Now, when I look at Clemson, and look, I think Georgia may beat Clemson to death, to be honest with you, but that doesn't mean Clemson can't make noise in the ACC. Cade Klubnik, I believe, is a good player. Garrett Riley's play calling's got to get better in the end zone, or in the red zone, excuse me, especially when you get inside, what we call the black zone, which is the 10-yard line and in. I thought he put Cade Klubnik in a lot of bad situations last year instead of just doing the simple things that need to be done. Also, Clemson, to me, when I look at him, where's the T. Higgins at? Where's Nuke Hopkins at? Where the Justin Ross is at? I mean, we can talk about quarterback. You're not always going to have a Deshaun Watson or a Trevor Lawrence, but it seems like Clemson, from a skill player position on offense, has fallen off a cliff when it comes to elite playmakers. I love Will Shipley. He was a great college football player. We'll see what he does in the NFL. But if Will Shipley is your best skill player outside of the quarterback, you're going to be in trouble. And then when you look at Miami, I think Cam Ward's going to solve a lot of problems. I think Mario has to do a better job of in-game coaching. He knows that. I know that. The whole world knows that. My question about Miami is, when I look at their defense, they did lose a lot of pieces. I don't think they're going to be bad, but I went down there and watched James Williams in the Senior Bowl. I watched some of these cats run around that Miami had on defense. But again, I think the ACC is fascinating. I think the ACC is a little bit more wide open. And look, Georgia Tech's scary. That the jump that Haynes King made last year, I don't think enough people talked about him and Graham Mertz. I mean, they surprised me about as much as the FBI showing up at my house. So, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a fun conference to watch. But watch out for SMU, guys. I don't think enough people are talking about them.
We've heard the rumblings, Jake. Big 12 and possibility of Clemson, Florida, Miami, North Carolina. Do you really buy into this hype that there is that possibility that happens, or is it just that hype?
Well, it seems to me that every time there's a whisper about conference realignment or anything happening conference-wise in college football, it turns into the truth. I mean, there were whispers about Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC, and they said, no, that'll never happen. They're the Big 12 schools. Well, here we go. I'm in Dallas right now. You heard whispers. Oh, the Pac-12's going down. All these teams want to leave the Pac-12. It's going to fold. Oh, the Pac-12 will never fold. They have USC and us. Well, the Pac-12, it folded. Washington State and Oregon State, you can call yourself whatever you want. It ain't the Pac-12. So every time we've heard a whisper about conference realignment, it's come to fruition. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, there's no chance that Florida State and North Carolina and Clemson and these teams leave. The question is the ability of them to be able to leave. Now, we can talk about the court cases and get into all the lawyer jargon and all that stuff, but it's pretty simple to me. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I'll never doubt the ability of a lawyer to make an argument. But when I look at what's going on right now, the media company that owns the media deal for the ACC is ESPN. The media company that owns the media deal for the SEC is ESPN. The media companies that own the deal for the Big 12 is Fox and ESPN. I think you'd have a lot better chance of getting out of this court case unscathed and being able to move if the people that you're trying to sue are the same media company that is running the conference that you're going to. I think they're going to make it a lot harder if you try and go from ESPN to Fox as opposed to ESPN to ESPN, or ESPN to 50% ESPN and 50% of the Big 12. So I think that's just a natural progression of things. But no, I think the clock is actually ticking for the ACC. And what's that song? It started with a whisper, and then it turns into here we go. Why am I landing in Dallas Airport?
Exactly. It's funny you say something about Georgia Tech. Our own man right there, Matt, he is a Georgia Tech fan, and he has a good question for you with regards to Georgia Tech.
Well, actually, it won't be Georgia Tech. Believe it or not, it actually will be UGA.
Well, that's like a version
Traitor.
of Georgia Tech. So, yeah, it's kind of the same spirit.
Jake, once again, thanks for coming on, man. I know you've heard it from the other three guys. Thanks for coming on. But I heard you mention Carson Beck when you first got on. What have you seen or heard that allow you to believe that Carson Beck will have a Heisman-type or Heisman-like season, if that?
Well, and we talked to him today, and I tell you, he's a cool cat, man. Just really down to earth. And listen, I believe in anybody that dates one of the Cavender twins as a starting quarterback at Georgia and drives a Lamborghini around campus. Hell, I vote for you for president. It's like Paul Skeens. You throw 100 miles per hour. You throw 100 miles per hour. And you got my vote. But no, look, we have a full year of tape, right? And you look at Carson. I think one of the most underrated aspects of what he did was he makes really good decisions. Like, and if you look at a guy who's going to win the Heisman, you obviously have to have ability, but you have to have great players around you. Well, Georgia's got that. They got Dominic Lovett. They got Ra Thomas. They got Oscar Delp. And nobody's talking about Ben Urasek, the tight end from Stanford, who I think is going to come in and be a problem in the SEC. And then you look at the Great Wall of Georgia, as I call it, the offensive line that they have that's just littered with NFL guys. All the pieces are in place. And we were talking with Jim Nagy, the executive director of the Senior Bowl, about Carson. I actually asked him, if you go back and look on Crain and Company, what I thought was the best aspect of what Carson did. And a lot of it is his ability to move in the pocket with his feet while keeping his eyes downfield. But he's not afraid to throw the check down. At quarterback, you never go broke making a profit. And it's a whole hell of a lot better to be in 2nd and 6 than 2nd and 10. You add that with the run game. And another thing he brought up, which I don't think enough people talk about, is that he had to rely a lot on his center last year, Cedric Van Pran, who'd been there for, basically 5 years, who's now in the NFL, to help him with the checks and help him shape the play before you can even snap the ball. Well, now he feels like he's at a point where he can do that on his own with help from his new center, but he's in a much more mature position to do it. So I think all the signs point to Carson Beck being able to have a Heisman year. The only problem is Georgia going to be beating people so bad he doesn't play for half the third quarter and all the fourth.
That's a real possibility. We've seen that with some games, with some teams even, that it's really a first half kind of thing. And you and I talk quite a bit, and actually on this one, and I don't know if you know, my wife is due literally any minute. I know we're running short on time with you, but she's literally due any minute. She is, and JD will tell you
Congrats,
that.
Man.
Thank you. We've been having a little bit of signs that she should go at any time. This is girl number 4. You're going to be a girl dad. You just got that great news. It's the best news in the world. Hey, girl dads rock. I'm going to be a girl dad.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Like I say, one day Velo break cage, and he gets this.
So our man right here, Matt, he is also a girl dad as well. JD, he's a boy dad. Our friend Shane, who's having a little issues with his internet, he's actually only a dad to dogs. But it's okay. It's still a family.
Okay. I'd love to see his wife then. I'm just kidding.
So let me ask you this. What are you looking forward to most being a girl dad? And I will let you know, you better find that string now because she's going to wrap you real fast.
Oh, yeah. Well, number one, I hope she looks like my wife. I'm probably going to say, it's funny. I don't mean to curtail it back to sports, but that's, I was brought up in a sports household, and I'm so looking forward to making, those sports memories that I made with my father in that realm, and being able to introduce her to the things that, that I like. And if she likes them, great. If not, then we can do something else. But man, I tell you, once I got older and I was like, I want to have kids, I was like, man, I want 4 boys. I want 4 boys, please. That'd be perfect. The minute my wife told me she was pregnant, all I wanted was everybody to be okay. And I'm excited about making those memories. I'm excited about, trying to be the best dad possible. And I'm also excited about now I don't have to handle the discipline. My wife can do that.
It's funny you said it. My wife always sits here and says the same thing about that with me. Like, why are you the disciplinarian and my kids don't respect me? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you a quick little glimpse, Jake. That is my wife right there. She can't hear because I'm on headphones. But
congrats.
Let me tell you, man, it's the best. You talk about making the sports and memories with your kids, with your daughter. My oldest daughter, Addison, she's a sports lover. Whatever daddy loves, she loves. I work at a radio station that you and I you've come on quite a bit, the Fan Upstate, and my daughter knows that I am the producer from Athletics. So naturally, she's a Furman fan. Well, my wife's family is Clemson family, so naturally she loves Clemson. And I'm going to tell you something funny. You're going to kind of laugh at this. Be prepared. Your daughter is going to have 3 schools that she's going to like. One of them is because of the uniforms that she sees playing. because my daughter Addison wants to go to Vanderbilt because they have really cool uniforms.
Yeah. Well, good. At least you don't have to play football, so she has a chance to win something there. Yeah. No. Well, it's funny because I'm from Auburn. We're all a fan of somebody. I'm from Auburn. My wife's from Tuscaloosa. So now the talk in the house is,
Ooh.
Oh,
how's this
boy.
gonna work, man? Like, it's one thing, like Furman and Clemson, like y'all can survive. You can be in the same house. Like, that's not going down a lot. You're not worried about Auburn and Alabama. It's different. So I'm already trying to figure out ways to like subconsciously and subliminally get my newborn daughter to be an Auburn fan. Like, I'll just have to whisper things to her when my wife's not looking. But no, it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited. I'm just hoping everything goes okay and everything goes smooth, just like you are. And man, I'm ready to rock and roll. I've been waiting on this my whole life.
It's a blessing. JD, you're a boy dad. Tell him
Amen.
what it's like to be a boy
Amen.
dad.
Very. Yep. Well, hey, very well said, Jake, man. That's all the right things. Absolutely. Everybody be okay. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, just a good, healthy baby. Listen, I know you got to get out of here. So listen, this is what I want. How far apart are you and Blaine
Oh, you talking about years wise
in age?
or IQ level? No, I'm
Yeah,
just
right.
kidding.
Age gap.
No, I'm gonna. We're 3.5
Hey,
years.
either one.
Yeah, 3.5 years are 100.
3.5. Okay. Okay, and so listen, you can either answer this one for me, or you can tweet it out and attach the Sportz Nutz to it if you want to do it. If you need to get out of here, man, we appreciate you being here. I never in a million years thought I'd be talking to someone of your stature on this show. But anyway, so yeah, you and Blaine, man. So my boys are 17 months apart. So they're what we call Siamese twins. And so I need to know, what was the craziest thing like you and your brother did where your parents just looked at you and they were like, what the heck are y'all doing? Like, what is going on?
Oh God, where do I begin? Well, one time when we were younger, we were driving down to the beach and we were both in the back seat. And my father was in charge of the music, shocker there. And he was playing the play that funky music, white boy. And so we're in the back and we're singing, but we didn't realize that he was saying funky and not the F word. So literally, we're all singing the song, and my dad turns down the radio right during the chorus to say something, and we don't hear the radio turn down, and we both blare out, "Play that effing music, white boy." And both of my parents in the car turned around and looked at us, and like my dad pulled over, and he was like, "What did you say?" And then we told him, and we thought he was going to get really upset, and then he just burst out laughing. So I would probably say that's one of the ones I can tell on here. But I will say, number one, I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate the compliments. But just like you guys, I'm a guy that loves sports, man. And I started this show during COVID when they sent us back when I was coaching up in Montana, and it's turned into this huge thing. And we moved to Nashville, and it's really changed my life. But I started out, grinding to get it like you guys are grinding to get it. And there is really no difference. If you work hard enough and you got the talent, which, you guys do, you can go really far in this business. So just keep at it, man. There's highs and lows. I appreciate what y'all said about me, but I'm just a guy that loves sports. And I really hope that at the end of the day, with all the craziness that's going on in the country right now on the outside, that sports can be one of the great unifiers that we have. Even though I don't like your team or you don't like my team when they play, we're all sports fans. And we're sitting in the stadium and the team we both like scores and we get up and high five each other. I don't care who you voted for, what you think about certain policies. I'm just glad that our team scored. So I hope, that's something that our show brings. And I just really appreciate you guys having me on.
Hey, I've had a great time having you. I know you got to go because, SEC Media Day called. I have had a chance to talk to you several times, even at the Fan. You and I text. I cannot tell you how much I admire you because, you started from the bottom up and you're going up. Your cousin, who has actually chimed in several times, he has told us nothing but great things about you. And I can concur. JD can concur. Springs can concur. Our friend Shane can concur. You are the master. So we really do appreciate having you on. And I hope we get to have you on again soon.
Guys, I'm always down to come on. Keep after it. Shane, I'm glad Shane, my cousin Shane, please keep lying and telling him how good I am and all this other stuff. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, well,
Hey.
dude, that's the one crazy story. I'll tell you about the story later, but real quick. So one night, Shane Barrett, me and him had connected, and I was expecting a text for, if you're sorry to call his last name, sorry. Well, you can find him on Twitter and everything. He's got a big fantasy
Yeah, it's
football
Shane
league.
Barrett. That's
all right.
my cousin.
FF
You mess
Shane
with him,
B.
you mess with me.
Yeah, Shane Barrett. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, we're so glad we connected with y'all. It's such a random connection. But so one night, I was expecting a call from Shane Barrett and my brother-in-law, which we didn't get to explain the dynamic. So Shane O is my brother-in-law. Brandon and Springs are friends. And then like Shane and me we all got intertwined together, man. We've all, become good friends over this. But yeah, so I had this big confusion though. I thought Shane, was calling me, and it was actually the other Shane. You just called him Shane O. We got Shane O. Hey man, we just appreciate you taking time out of your day. Go be blessed. Everybody be kind. You couldn't have said things any more better than what you did, bro. We so appreciate you being here.
Definitely, and I'm always down to come back. And man, it's going to be a heck of a season. Whether it's college football, whether it's NFL, I'm just excited for it, man. And y'all are nuts about sports. I'm nuts about sports. We can all go in the asylum together.
Hey, real quick, Jake.
Absolutely.
We only have 40 days left. So
I know.
I know you're counting down.
We're
I know
blink
you are
twice,
ready.
and it's going to be here.
That's right. Hey guys, it is Jake Crain of Crain & Company.
No,
Please check him out on Twitter.
Week 0, he don't count.
That's right. We will see you soon, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy
the Daily
week.
Wire.
See you guys.
Take care, brother. What a great conversation to have. I know it was short on time, but guys, he is SEC Media Week. He's got a lot going on. The man has a million different heads going at one time because he's here. He's there. He's there. There. But I will tell everybody here who is watching. I know we don't have a lot right now because we lost our Twitter with the whole issue with StreamYard Twitter. But I'm going to tell you guys now, check him out. Jake Crain of Crain & Company. He has got some of the best content around. I love listening to him. Every time I'm on the fan upstate and I know he's coming on, and JD he can concur with this. I get excited, get ready to talk, and I kind of get nervous. And I've been doing it, and Matt will tell you, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been in media for a very long time, and my good friend Jacob asked me this recently, and JD has even asked me this. I think Matt has even asked me once too. Is do I get nervous going on the air? And my answer always is going to be yes. I get nervous, but you know what though? And Jake even just nailed how we do it. We're friends. We're talking sports. It's what it is. When you talk with your friends, you have a grand old conversation. The nerves just go right out the door. And it's a great thing to be in this industry. And I can tell you, I have some of the best teammates ever. I'm going to start with JD right here. Oh my goodness, I am 1 for 1, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 1 for 1. I'm going to start with JD. JD and I met at a interesting time and unfortunate time in my life. For many people who don't know, I had a widowmaker heart attack, July 8th, 2023. It's a day that I was reborn. I got the lovely battle wound to show that I have been reborn. JD was the very first person out of the entire group P1 listeners for Mark Ryan and Diesel to reach out to me. And from that point on, we talk. And JD he's going to tell you this too in just a second because that's just how we are. We text probably 20, 30, hell, even 50 times a day kind of thing. We talk about any and everything, and then, when I started getting this going, JD said, hey, my brother-in-law, Shane, I had a chance to meet him. We were at a party, and I think it was your son, actually, JD, that we came to your house, and I met Shane there, and we were talking. And from that point on, I'm glad to have him on. And then I'm going to tell you, darn, 1 for 2. That man that Shane is pointing to right now, but here we go. Wait. I'm not doing it. Shane's got it. Springs has got it. All right, so that man right there, I met him. We were, shooting the basketball, and I just showed my age on that one. I've known him for 20 years, guys. And I've loved every minute with him. And guess what? He's coming up here this weekend. I cannot wait to have him here. We cannot wait to have
the boys
what's
are back
coming.
in town this weekend.
That's right. The boys are back. Hey, guys, Friday is the magical day. The magic. Oh my goodness! I cannot tell you how excited I am.
Calm down, Brandon. Calm down.
We are going to be broadcasting live from our sponsor tequilas. You know, guys, I'm serious. I get to be. I'm telling you now. Every time I'm with my friends, it's a better kind of thing for me. You know, getting to be with everybody is a great thing. You know, and and I'll tell you, every time I get a chance to spend with my friends, I get excited. You know, JD and I, we talk all the time, and you know, JD, he is eccentric. We love him to death for his excitement. His level of excitement is there, and I can't be any happier than who I have. Before we go any further in the show, though, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Tequila's Grill and Easily. Now, y'all, if you do want authentic, affordable, and delicious Mexican cuisine, Tequila's Grill and Easily is the place you want to go. They've got happy hour every weekday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is buy one, get one 50% off. They've got the best environment around. Shane and JD's favorite, which I know Springs is going to love this when he tries this on Friday, the homemade salsa bar. Shane loves his taco salads. Me and my quesadillas. There is so much more. Now, if you're ready, go ahead and give them a call, or even better, stop on by 5155 Calhoun Memorial Highway in Easley, South Carolina. Or, like I said, you can give them a call, 864-307-8028. That is Tequila's Grill. Best Mexican cuisine in town. And like I said, guys, Friday is almost here. And I can tell you now, yes, we're live 7:30 to 9. But you know what, though? We're going to be there probably earlier than that. We're going to be setting up. We got some great merchandise for you guys to check out. We got some great interactions we're going to do. We're going to bring some guests on. We have live raffles that are going to go on. You have no idea what we have set up. We even might have, fingers crossed, he said there's a possibility, our man Kelly Bryant could come by. Guys, I'm excited for you. And I'm going to start with you, Shane. What are you looking forward to most on Friday?
Man, I'm looking forward to the fan turnout, man. I'm a people person. I enjoy it. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. It happens. We finally got rain 2 days back to back, so I think thunderstorm had something to do with it. But man, Friday, it's going to be a great time. I love getting around friends, family. We're gathering for Paxton's 3rd birthday. Nothing but a 3 thing, baby. So I'm excited for that. We're gonna have a good time. Talk some sports. Get to know all of our mixed nuts, sports nuts out there. We're gonna be there probably a little bit during happy hour. So I might partake in that part.
Get a little turned up.
I want to get my 50% off. So,
JD,
we're
what are you looking forward
to?
JD, what are you looking forward to this Friday with our live on location at Tequila's Grill?
Man, I'm just, like every congregation getting together, being kind with one another. I mean, hey, let's not lose focus of what we just had. We just had Jake Crain on the show with some hot takes, man. He was hilarious. For 20 minutes, man, I'm telling you what, I couldn't have paid for a better interview than that dude. That dude, he brought it. I can't wait to go back and listen to it, honestly, which, a lot of you guys are going to have to do because you're not listening live right now. So shout out to everybody at the Sportz Nutz. I'm just excited to see, of course, Brandon. Hey, we're going to have all the fam, everybody's going to be out there. Man, I'm telling you, y'all might see me eat some cheese dip or some not. Y'all, I'm going to put like a nice little handkerchief down on my laptop, but y'all might see me on my new laptop, by the way. Hey, shout out Nenny and everybody. Hey, thank you. Thank you, fam. Thank you, everybody. Thank, everybody. Everybody that follows.
Hey,
thank all of y'all. We do this for y'all.
Noon, yes. Hey, I got to mention this, and then I'm going to ask Matt the question. As everybody sees, I'm going to pan to her. She's not going to be happy, but my beautiful wife, she's due at any time, guys. And I mean anytime. We are having contractions. We're having the pains. She is dilated. So there is a little running joke. My stepmom doesn't believe she makes it to the week. My mother also doesn't believe she makes it to the week. But next Tuesday at 4 p.m., yes, I know there is supposed to be a show with our man, Kelly Ford of K Ford Ratings. There is a possibility we might have to reschedule that show. Sorry for my daughter charging in. But my wife is going to be induced by next Tuesday. She could make her grand entrance to the world as early as late Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning. You're gonna stay tuned for JD, for Shane, and for Matt, because you might see some pictures of our beautiful little girl Aspen, which I cannot wait to have here to hold, to love, everything. But I'm going to go to Matt on this one. Springs, what are you looking forward to most about Friday?
Honestly, guys, I'm looking forward to the camaraderie between us four, the synergy, that energy. I can't wait to, get up there with you guys and just kind of, we feed off of each other. That's what I'm most looking forward to. But also, like I said, the fan interaction, the environment. This is my first time at this establishment that I hear about every time we log on live. So I can't wait to eat. That's another thing. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Very well said, sir. Yeah, we can't. We can't wait to meet you in person for the first time.
I know, man. It's gonna be lovely, man. Gonna be lovely, and it's gonna be an experience. So.
Well, I've met him though, and I can attest.
Of course.
He's a good guy.
We can't wait to. Hey, Springs, you're a terrible guy. I've never met you in person before, ever. So I just think you're terrible.
Jesus.
Hey, let me ask you guys this. Wait. Let me ask you this question here, guys. We saw the home run derby last night, last night. It was interesting to actually see how it was formulated. Good grief, I can't even talk. I talk for a living. I can't even talk. We saw how it was formulated. I actually really enjoyed it. It was more engaging. It was more entertaining. You only had X amount of pitches, X amount of balls that you got to hit out, and then you had to hit a certain bonus ball to get an extra out and to continue going on. I'm going to start with you, JD. What do you take away from the home run derby? Do you like the format or do you hate it?
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I know a lot of people have already had this take, but after the old girl got arrested for murdering that national anthem to start it off.
We're about to talk about that too anyway, so hold up on that.
Oh man, yeah. I couldn't watch it anymore. Marcelo Zuna somehow hit 16 home runs, but didn't advance. No, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. It's longer than a baseball game. No, thank you. I'm good. Pass.
Okay. Shane, what are your now? Look, don't go any more information about the national because that's my next thing I want to talk about. But I'm going to. What do you think about the home run derby? The format? Did you like it or did you hate it?
Man, I found it interesting. The pitch count in the first round with consecutive pitches, every pitch counts. Either give them a higher time limit or give them a higher pitch count. One of the two, or say, hey, you do 5 consecutive swings, you can take one ball and then not count against your pitch count. But the 3-minute timer, 40 pitches, the bonus round was great in all the rounds, but they had to change something up because it drug on last year with so many home runs. Even this year, I hate to say it, but I was out. 4:15, 4:30 comes early in the morning for this old man. So I was out. I wish that they would.
This old man. He played too. He played on my shoe. Come on now, really? Let's do a poll right here. Who's the oldest one here?
Anything after 30, we're old.
I'm a man. I'm 40. Come on now. I'm an old man. Come on now.
Hey,
But
that's
I mean,
what we
my
said when we
thing-
were younger. We said 30 was
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, my thing is, hey, why can't we be? And we've mentioned it before. Why can't we do this on a weekend? Like group everything together in a 2-3 day span. Like all-star celebrity game Friday night, maybe the futures game and the skills competition Saturday. Then go into the home run derby Saturday night. Then do a little something, Sunday. But then, hey, all-star game 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Just let it go. Hey, for what it is, I think that if they moved it to that, there would be a whole lot more interest in actually what's going on. And I think with the rule changes, if we had more time to sit and watch and not having to go to work the next day, then it would actually make it a lot more interesting, because sitting back and looking at the highlights and everything, it made it more competitive, in my opinion, coming from the first round to the second round, instead of seeing like, Gunnar and Alonso last year battle it out, hit 40 jacks, and only one of them advances.
Yeah, that was weird and stuff. Matt, did you watch? I don't know if you had a chance to watch it last night. I know you had Aria. What did you think of the home run derby? Did you like it or did you hate it?
It's kind of a mixed bag, man. Like I said, I agree with Shane on the front about the bonus rounds. I was kind of, it was okay, but I mainly agree with JD here, man. You know me, man. It just didn't do anything for me. It didn't give me any oomph. Like you said, just like you said about Azuna. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing here? So I mean, but I understand they had to try to do something different. Like I said before, it's like the NBA slam dunk contest with the wheel. They just had to try something differently just to see. I think the rules will be different next year. I don't think it'll be the same as it was this year. But I mean, and also I agree with Shane. A weekend. All-Star weekend.
Yes.
Not All-Star.
Also, but
this is All-Star work week.
Thursday and go all the way to Sunday.
Yeah, this is All-Star work week, man. What are we doing here? I mean, this is All-Star work week. I mean, so yeah, man. I mean, next.
Hey, well, and to throw this one out there too, to go right there with all that, how about the national championship games? Basketball, baseball.
Oh my God, yes.
All on Monday.
Raise your hand if you want to watch
All
a basketball
Monday
game
night.
at 9:30 at night.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
On a weekend.
Put your hand down. No.
On a weekend.
No. Right now, the basketball national championship is held Monday night at 9:30. I'm sorry, but I want to see these numbers that Nielsen came out with and said that, oh yeah, the most people want to watch a basketball game at 9:30 at night on a Monday night. Yeah, right.
I think,
and I'm related to Michael Jordan.
Well,
yeah, I think they're confused with the whole TNT, this double header type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that spurns a question in my mind though, and I'm sorry, we've kind of gotten into this subject. Well, I got one question for y'all though. So, how many people are going to wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or whatever the time may be, like in those Olympics? It happened. Like, I can promise you right now, I'm not waking up at that time in the morning to watch an Olympic game.
But I mean, I guess with the Olympics it's kind of different. It's like a different
if I'm awake.
Yeah, it's a different aesthetic.
But I'm not waking up
like at 2 a.m. and there's like bobsledding on or something like that, man. I mean, it's just different. When the Olympics come around, it's just different.
I mean,
yes,
I'm bad.
Right.
I get up in the morning like we're going to see this week. Like I'm going to get up, first thing Thursday morning, first thing Friday morning. I'm going to cut it on the Golf Channel to see what's going on in the Open. So, I mean, it's one of those things you kind of delegated to where the event is being played. But, hey, if it's a big event, major, Olympics, 4 years around, hey, if it's something that you care about, I'm going to get up and check it out at least. But it's going to be kind of during my normal schedule, too.
Right.
And I agree with you. I'm there early at the station.
Yeah, right. Brent, I'm sure I'll let you chime in. I'll finish what I was going to say, and then I'll throw it right back to you here. So, yeah, basically, I do know people, though, that wake up at like 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the diving or to watch Simone Biles doing gymnastics or whatever. Like, we know of those people and so to me, though, like, yeah, if I'm awake at that time, I'm going to watch it. but I'm not setting my alarm to be like, oh yeah, I got to watch the USA basketball team, even though I do want to watch them fail this year, kind of a little bit. I mean, I'm an American, but go gold. But I do kind of want it crammed down LeBron in them's face at this point. I'll be honest.
You're not.
But
Your
anyways,
basketball fandom has been revoked, sir.
hey, I'm a LeBron fan, man, but I'm over all of them. Y'all can't tell me Bronny's a professional player winning Call of Duty tournaments, and he needs to go work on his jump shot.
That's so funny that you say that.
Stop trying to shoot people in the game and go work on your jump shot, bro. All right, I don't care. Somebody already said they made a banner for it already. They got a banner for it. It's going next to the in-season tournament for the Lakers. So the in-season tournament and then Bronny's Call of Duty banner, they're all going right there together.
Those are only
made it, Mom. We finally made it.
Right. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, going 0 for 3 and then it goes viral that he won a come on, Kyler. Come on, Kyler Murray.
He hit a shot before the buzzer. He hit a shot before the buzzer at the end of the third quarter. I mean,
so this just in.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So yeah, back to the Olympics, though, Fred.
Does it really though? Does it really find a nut every once in a while? I mean,
hey, this just in. Breaking news. Bronny James elected to first ballot Hall of Famer with his 8 points. He had a career scoring record of 8 points.
ESPN's going to go crazy when he scores 8 points.
Well, he just did. He just scored 8 points. That's the thing. He had a career day of 8 points. Watch out, guys. I'm telling you now. But we better be careful because when Bronny hits that 10 points, I'm telling you now, I'm going to go ahead and elect him immediately as the new NBA logo player, as owner of the NBA, everything, because that is now you guys realize sarcasm on the field, right?
You know what, man? I hope the kid does great. I hope it turns into a real solid basketball player, so he could just turn around and tell everybody just eat crow. Like I want him to be a real good player. Because
I'd be good with that too. I'd be good with that too. I'm not trying to bash him. So yeah, we've said this before. We kind of turn into a bash fest every now and again.
Brother's coming along, so.
But no, and I just think it's just crazy how it all played out, man. Just tell me that's what you want to happen from the get-go. Don't tell me you don't want to play with your son. Just be truthful about it. It's not his fault.
It's not Bronny's fault, though.
Right? No,
yeah. The Lakers are poorly run, though.
He's good. He's good.
Like I hope he does good because it's summer league. He's not doing well in summer league. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do. I mean, he's playing.
He's scoring the way he scored in college, 3 to 5 points a game. That's all it is. And you tell me that's NBA caliber level? Yeah, if that's NBA caliber, then Matt, you better go sign your $750 million contract right now. Because
I did not say anything. All I'm saying is, look, man, I'm gonna wait till he's 25 before I judge what he is in the NBA. I'm letting him reach 25. Well, you best believe
our man Train just said the guaranteed contract is what. Yes, the guaranteed contract is ridiculous.
There's been some second rounders that got guaranteed contracts. There's one guy got one last year, the one for the Bucks, Livingston, I think. I mean, second rounders get guaranteed contracts. It happens. I think Gilbert Arenas got one. I mean, Gilbert Arenas was a second.
Oh God, let's not talk about Agent Zero and his guns. I'm sorry. So we're talking
him to Gilbert Arenas.
No, I said second rounders do get guaranteed contracts. It's not a foreign thing. It happens.
No, you're right.
Hey, you talk about second rounders and guarantee. There is a good friend of ours, Mike Bothwell. Former Furman Paladin. He got a guaranteed contract with the Kings. Will he play this year? Your guess is, as good. That's like asking me, does it snow on the sun? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does. Who knows? So, guys, we just mentioned this a moment ago. We had the absolute best national anthem ever sung last night. It was so good that she said she was going to rehab and she was drunk. So I'm going to ask you guys this. Which one was worse? And I'm going to give you a total of 4, and you have to remember them, okay? The first one was her last night. Number 2, actually, I'm just going to give you 2. With number 2, Fergie. Between her and Fergie, who was worse? And I'm going to start with JD. JD, who was worse, Ingrid or Fergie?
Ingrid. It was worse, man. It was bad. It was bad. The one that got me, and y'all know I don't have a good voice, so I'm gonna do the best I can. But when
Please don't.
When she said
Please don't.
She said free e, like she said e like 6 times. At that point, I was just like, "Whoa, what is going on?" Which that was way into it at that point. Like I was like, maybe she gonna save it. No, she didn't save it.
No.
So yeah, Ingrid was worse than Fergie. Fergie, which though was horrific as well. But to blame it on being drunk, and I had this conversation on X. Don't forget to follow us there. Unfortunately, we're not live there currently. But hey, follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. It is free, people. When we say subscribe, I think people get some confused sometimes. It's free. It's just a click. All right. You just got to click the little button. But yeah, Ingrid was definitely the worst. And the whole, like most people, like I said, the conversation I had on Twitter was most people said they sing better when they're drunk. So for her excuse to be she was drunk and didn't sing that well, I hope she does great in rehab. I hope everything comes out all right. But I don't think that was it. I just don't think that song was for her.
You know, guys, I'm sitting here looking at our face count here. We have to really get back on Twitter, guys, because that's where it was hopping. I'm going to go to Shane real quick, and then I'm going to go to the Springs real quick, and then we're going to bounce on out of here early tonight. But Shane, who is worse, Fergie or Ingrid?
Definitely Ingrid. I mean, you can't make any excuses for it. I've been known, a lot of people pick on me. I partake in a couple too many adult beverages. They call me
Just a few libations.
Yeah. And I say so. You know, when I go to say something, and I think that's might have been what she was going after last night with the free. But I mean, it was horrific. You know, we popularized these games and everything with All-Star weekends and Super Bowls and, you know, major games like this, and then we sit here and we have to hear that. It's just it's disappointing in my opinion, and hopefully it gets straightened out.
That's right. Hey, by the way, I'll let you know the beautiful Cassie Keeler is watching us, guys. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my lovely wife as she's having dinner with our girls. Springs, who did it worse? Oh God. Oh, my ears.
Yeah, man. I think I'm going to.
Hey, cue the Donald Trump video with the blood coming out of my ear, please. Cue that video.
Please.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with what we just heard.
Yeah.
Wow, it was bad. It was bad. At least with the Fergie thing, the NBA players were laughing. This one, everybody was crying, and the faces were just.
Oh, hey, I gotta let you guys know something real quick too.
All right. Says? You see what Trey
I'd
said?
rather Whitney Houston just be played everywhere to guarantee performances like Ingrid and Fergie don't have. Okay, that's true. Hey, I gotta let you know on something that with regards to this, right? She is a 4-time Grammy. So yeah, I wonder if that really is on the Grammy voters' fault or what, because that was sad.
I believe her. I think she was drunk. I believe her. I'm sorry.
You look at her eyes.
Hey, that's helmet scouting is what that is. We'll call that helmet scouting. So
our friend, JD and mine's friend Rob Brown said this this morning actually on the show. I had to leave early because of everything going on with Cassie. So I want to let you know something funny he said, and then we'll start doing our shout outs. He goes, "This is the most united America has been since 2001 over this national anthem." And it's so true, because when she came on, the level of bashing just began, and it continued to grow and grow and grow. And it exceeded far more numbers than we can even count as to how many people bashed her for it. And, I'm going to do the same thing, JD. I wish her luck. I hope, she can turn around whatever she needs to turn around, because, alcoholism is not something that people want to have. And, addiction is very real. We're not making fun of addiction. We're just making fun of the fact that she sounded really bad last night.
Guilty.
So,
guilty as charged.
Hey, this has not been the that's the wrong one. Not been the longest show. It's okay. We had fun. We had JD and mine's favorite person come on the show. Jake Crain from Crain and Company was such. Look at Springs. He's like, "Where's the music coming from?"
What is this I'm hearing? What is this?
I thought he was mad because you called Jake our favorite person. I was like, wait, I thought that's what he was mad about there for a minute.
Jake was cool. I like Jake. He was real cool, man. That's a real cool.
Yes, he was a great individual. I had so much fun getting a chance to talk. I know it was brief, but you know what though? It's okay. We had the chance to talk with him. He gave us great insight, and we got to do it. Yes, we don't have a lot of fans, but I promise you that's about to change, because I'm gonna do some digging and some investigations to find out how to get you, the lovely audience, back with us. We are coming hard at you guys. We're not gonna let Elon Musk win. I promise you that, guys. It's almost here. Our next episode, we're not going to be broadcasting from where we're at. All four of us are going to be together. We're going to be at our sponsor, Tequila Grill. I cannot wait to meet each and everyone. I guarantee you, a lot of us know you, and it's okay, but we don't know your next friends, and so on and so forth. The more the merrier. Tell anybody and everybody you can, hey, go to Tequila's. They got some good gear coming out. They got some good food, good friends, good everything. The shirts are done, guys. My wife created the shirts. Be ready. That did not look appropriate, JD. The shirts are ready.
To go eat. I'm tired of you talking about it. Let's go eat.
Hey, the shirts are ready. Cassie's making a few more things. Shane, would you tell everybody what you are going to be bringing to the table, sir?
Man, like we've mentioned before, hey, we're going to have a couple tumblers there for you guys. So, hey, I'm excited. We're getting them done, getting them knocked out, and I should have all of them done by Thursday. So, just in the nick of time to come up there. Won't leave till either Friday morning or Friday afternoon. Depends on what the work schedule's like. So, hey, we're definitely going to be there on time, though, ready to go with some great merch.
That's right. We are going to be crazy fun together. So I'll also let you know we might have some autographed merchandise we may raffle off. Don't know yet. Stay tuned for that one. Hey, JD, where can the people find you, sir?
I don't want to shout out X anymore. They done made me mad. So they're back to Twitter. So we don't even need to shout that one out. Y'all go on Facebook and find me, JD Wyatt. I'm right there. Y'all can also get to me at the Sportz Nutz. I'll add you back. Don't forget, we got fantasy football coming up. My nice new laptop's up and running. I'm fixing to hook up the league. I'm fixing to go ahead and set up the details, the settings. We'll figure out the cost. Subscribing is free. Fantasy football is not. And then losing also will not be free. If you lose, you will be punished.
Hey, our man Springs actually is going to create a trophy so you can proudly represent.
So tell me, do you want the belt? You want the belt, the crown, or the trophy?
Da-na-na. Da-na-na.
Let's get the A-Rod.
Discount double check.
We're gonna do the
Sorry, A-Rod.
All right,
Aaron. All right. So now that JD is looks like he's frozen. Maybe.
No,
He's live.
Oh.
Okay. So let's look
Okay.
at Shane. Shane, would you tell everybody your lovely social handle, sir?
Yes, as always, Facebook, Shane Owen, Instagram, s.owen1240, Snapchat. Look forward to interacting with everybody out there on Snapchat, Shane Owen Mac 1240. I'll go ahead and give them a little bit of a poop sports. I'm new to the game. I'm only like 12 away from 200. So I know JD always loves to give subscribers shout outs and followers, stuff like
Man,
that.
I'm almost up to 400. Y'all get Shane up. Y'all get me up. We're so mad we can't be live on there anymore, man. That's such crap. We're going to figure that out, though.
We will figure it out. And hey, trust and believe, we want to figure it out for you guys because we want to give you the best shows and the most possible ways to view these not so pretty faces every week.
Amen to that one. Hey, Matt, where can they find you, sir?
You guys can find me on Twix at Maddie D Thomas. I got you. No Amy slander. No Amy slander. All right. You can find me there, man, Maddie D Thomas. But you can also find me on Instagram at Matt Can Fly High. And that is it.
You can, you guys can find me. Yes,
Amen.
I changed my Twitter handle. It is at Brandon J. Keeler. Please come follow me there. I'll be okay to talk with you. I don't bite. Hey, we're on our other social platforms at the Sportz Nutz, Facebook, Twix, as JD likes to call it. We are on YouTube at the Sportz Nutz 176. JD's never. I'm gonna make a shirt that says JD's favorite word, Twix. So, guys, this has been.
The right one.
Are you the left or right-handed side?
So here, I'll let you fix it though. So there is one thing that she says that's good, and it's kind of relative to what I normally say. So whenever you throw it back to me here in just a minute, give my little saying before we sign off, I'll save it all up here.
All right. Hey, we can't wait to talk to you guys on Friday. We can't wait to see you guys on Friday. Who knows? Maybe my daughter will be here. I don't know. I will hope she's coming before then, but if not, I'll be ready to see her Tuesday or Wednesday. Stay tuned for updates on that one. And JD, what do you say to the lovely people?
Be kind, be blessed, not stressed. And for Amy Lawrence, she says, boom!
She does say that a lot too. All right. So then, Shane, what do you say to the lovely people?
Hey, as always, it's a lovely time to be here with you guys. Peace, love, and bacon grease. We're about out of here.
Peace, love, and basin, right? Peace, love, and bacon grease, indeed. Hey, with that being said, for our man, Jake Crain, for my man, oh my goodness, I am 2 for 3 tonight. For our man, JD, for my man, right here. Oh my gosh, I'm 3 for 4. I need to go get a lottery ticket. All right, for my man.
Yeah, we got it.
I did it. Oh yeah, 3 for. I did it. 3 for 4. Our man Springs. I am your boy,
bang, bang.
Brandon. We want to say, peace up, A-Town down. We love you. Show's over. Bye. See you later.
Hopefully we don't get flagged.
Don't get flagged.